We started Unit E we started in May of 2011. So we were looking for a space. Like, I had just, like I had graduated from school, and same with Thaddeus, and we were talking about starting a thing like this, and so we kind of like crashed at our parents' house for a minute, saved up some money. And then we were looking for a good place. We were talking like a warehouse kind of thing, or throw house show, like a cool house to throw house shows in. And then we landed upon this place, which was in the neighborhood that we totally were like into doing it, because like we've lived over here for a long time. And then I went to that elementary school, Greenlee, over there. So this is kind of like my area, and it was cool we found a spot. It was nicer than what we were thinking, and then we just kind of said, all right, we could do this. Let's run with it. It's a good size. It was a cool size, I thought, mainly too. Our mission statement, I would say, is to help artists get from that. There's like this hard space in being an artist, where it's like you're doing great art, but you don't know how to get it to the right people. So what we were trying to do is kind of create a space where bands and poets and visual artists, or whoever, can come together and work together and create like a community around what they do, therefore to expose what they do to a larger population of the people. It's been great for me on a creative level to see all these different bands and see them, see bands grow too. Like, see bands do their first show here, and then a year later they're playing to like a packed room, and you hearing them get better at what they do. That's been good to see, and interesting, and help me as a musician. I see some cool drummers, and I get to stand in the back and watch them play. That's super helpful as well. When people come to me and they're like, hey, I want my band to play here, and well, come hang out here, and then you'll be around. And then when I'm thinking of when I have a bill that their band would be good on, like I see you here, I'm like, oh yeah. The next day, guess who I write down, who I'm going to call to book. And I think it's the same with, I think that does the same thing with art. It's just like the people who've been around here hanging out, hey, I got this piece, and then after you hear it a couple times, that's the people who get picked. It's just how it is when people go to shows, or want to look at art. They're relaxing, and then one of the things in our culture with relaxing, as in most cultures, is having a beer. And so it's a good thing to offer. I was watching The Door the other night, and then 2 undercover officers came in. We were doing donations for drinks, and we thought that was cool. We thought that was an okay thing to do. And I guess the law is you can't even serve liquor for free. They gave me a ticket for serving liquor without a liquor license. Just doing something like this, I think, is important for people to be able to like express art and things like that. And I do think that our society in general makes it hard for people to do these things, because they treat it like it's like a business, but it's not, because it's not money. No one's making money, so it's not a business. It's just the way I see it is a community of people coming in, and they want to donate at the door, or they, when we used to be able to do the donations for drinks, it was just their way of helping pay the rent of this space. But I think there needs to be a law that says that, like a community space law, or a DIY law, because everyone always says, you just make it a nonprofit. Well, it's not even a nonprofit. No one's making a salary. In nonprofits, people make salaries. It's even lower. Like, it should just be like super easy to do. Like, if you want your city to grow, make it really easy for people to do these cool things. And if they're not making any money, make it really easy to like give them some rules to follow, that how they can do these things and make it legal. And I think that's one of the steps I'm going to take after my court date and try to figure out like how to make something like that a reality in Denver.